Welcome back. It's time for the front pages of the newspapers. It's time for you to also join us here on Breakfast Central, simply by just calling the phone number you'd find there on the screen and share your thoughts, your 2 cents, like they usually say. We do have joining us international journalist of repute, Mr. Habib Aruna, who joins us live.
Journalist.
Senior international.
Morning.
Senior. You know,
Good morning.
Morning, sir. Welcome.
Hope you had a nice weekend.
Absolutely.
Great to
Absolutely.
have you as usual.
Yeah.
And, you're welcome back from your well-deserved holiday in the United States. So talking about the United States, I think we should start with the front page of the Punch newspapers. It says alleged Christian genocide. A U.S. Congress begins full-scale probe into Nigeria's killings. And the rider says Nigerian church leaders to testify at Congress on Thursday. Tinubu peace emissary meets Plateau Christian and Fulani leaders. And there's a big one. PDP firestorm. Wike camp rejects expulsion as 4 states challenge Makinde. And also on the front page of the Punch newspaper, nearly $3 billion spent on Eurobond debt servicing under Tinubu. COP30 presidency will be dashed over 423, clash over 423-man Nigeria delegation to Brazil. That's huge. 423. Imagine the cost of tickets, extra code, and everything. 2027 Kano, Imo, Osun lead 2.3 million voters in pre-registration. Federal workers demand 35,000 naira wage arrears. Obaseki failed Edo Oshomole, replies PDP. Federal government scholars stage protests over unpaid allowances. And Lagos driver flees with employer's car 4 days after resumption. This is why it's always good to have, what's that thing? That you tag your car with.
What's that?
A Lagos driver flees with employer's car 4 days after resumption. What's that thing called?
What's that? For cars?
Yes.
Tracker.
Tracker, yes. That's why it's important. And DR Congo and Nigeria's 2026 World Cup dreams up in flames. I'm sure you were at your establishment yesterday when the Super Eagles failed.
Very sad.
I can hear. But let's start with the
Very sad.
big one. I'm not sure if let's start with the PDP convention. Then we'll go to alleged Christian.
The big one, the PDP convention.
Yes.
Massive.
What's your take on it? It wasn't just a convention. There was also emotion and expulsion.
For the convention.
Weekend, 10
Yes,
hours.
for the convention, there's been these court cases here and there. You know, from some people, from Expelling Lamido, and other members trying to stop the convention. But eventually, the leaders decided to go ahead with the convention in Ibadan. And we all know that there's no how and no way to end well. You know, That's exactly what happened. The expulsion of Wike, Anyanwu, Fayose and co, to me, was overdue. They wasted so long to expel them. And when they did, that was not something that all of them supported. Governors of
Adama Fintiri.
Governor of Plateau are not comfortable with it. You know, Bala and co said we should go ahead. And we all know that there's no way the outcome of that convention will stop peace in the party. You know, the party has been in crisis since Wike lost the VP slot.
Do you think it was a good move to save the soul of the PDP that those people had to be expelled?
Yes, that was supposed to be the idea, but there are many undercurrents.
So you don't think the crises are over?
No, it can't be over.
Why not?
When there's no one voice.
So the people that are disagreeing, they've expelled them.
You know why it's not over? INEC was not there at the convention. Anyanwu, the secretary, referred by INEC, did not sanction the convention, did not sign. Many of the leaders were not also in support of the outcome, the resolution of suspending Wike and co. So the crisis will always exacerbate. And my worry is that the lives of Wike, Fayose, Wike and his gang and Fayose, they succeeded in wrecking that party. PDP is now waiting to be buried in the look of things.
But PDP...
And that is not enough, that is not a good sign for democracy. Nigeria democracy is shifting towards a one-party state. That is not good at all. You know, I was thinking that PDP leaders and members will come to their senses and realize that they need to be pragmatic and rescue the party.
So how could they have rescued the party?
No,
how could they have dealt with anti-party activities?
Talk to themselves.
I mean, do these people look like they can be talked to? Because they appear to be on a mission.
You know what this man has been saying? Sharaki, former president, respected politician, my governor of Kwara State, my Senate president. He's been telling them to tread softly. Don't go to Ibadan now. Relax. Let's down this tension. Let's talk to leaders so we can come with one voice and go and hold the convention. Why rushing to hold the convention anyway? When you ask, it's not in order.
But it seems like they've been able to fix the situation that has been making the house not be in order.
And two governments are saying that no.
But like our guest said, these two individuals who are saying are just two out of the park.
That's state governors. You know, it will be in the interest of democracy. I'll be happy if PDP is in unity.
Yeah, but even in families, you don't expect everybody to align and be on the same page all the time. And people need to move on.
The party was in crisis before this Ibadan convention. And the convention was supposed to put everybody in the same, you know,
that's why they've expelled the troublemakers
and provide alternative to the ruling party. But what they have done so far is to further divide the party.
I mean, it depends on how you see it. Because we had a PDP chieftain this morning.
Yes,
and he said
that is the PDP chieftain.
Those
I'm telling you as a journalist who have been monitoring these things for more than 20 years. I can tell you that PDP crisis is yet to be over. That in fact the crisis has been exacerbated with what happened in Ibadan.
And have you seen the invitation? There's an invitation that has been put out now. An invitation from the expelled secretary of the PDP, Senator Sam Anyanwu. I don't know if we have that on the screen as well. We can put that on you. That will hold on Tuesday. If we have that, we can put that up on the screen as well.
There are provisions, conditions to be met. Was INEC invited?
So the multitude
of people. Yes. Was INEC present? No.
But the law says INEC needs to be notified. It doesn't.
No, but I need to monitor it. I need to monitor it.
They have to be there.
There you have it on the screen. There you have it on the screen. Invitation to emergency 103rd National Executive Committee meeting Tuesday at NECO PDP National Secretariat, Wadata Plaza, the same embattled or what?
And it says signed National Secretary.
All right,
so it means he doesn't accept.
Benga, we have a call. Sorry to about it. Let's take Uche. Uche is calling in. Good morning to you, Uche. Can you talk to us? Good morning, welcome. Go ahead with your contribution.
Issue of Wike and Co. Can anybody in this country say Wike is a member of PDP? As today, I don't know whether you people are getting me. The action of Wike, can we say collectively that Wike is still a member of PDP? I don't think so. Hello?
We're with you.
Yeah. For me, they have done the right thing. Whether they are moving forward or not, they have done the right thing. Though it is too late, but let's watch and see what will happen. On issue of church members or leaders going to America to do what? You see, the narrative of our federal government, both state and federal, that issue of cattle areas, they will call it headers farmers class. What kind of narrative? Can a farm move to somewhere? It doesn't move. Rather than coming, criminality, to do the right thing, they are telling you farmer headers plant. At the same time, people are dying. Why can't federal government do the right thing? Prosecute those that are working into people's farm and destroy their crops. You borrow money from bank, you do your farm. At the end of the day, someone can just work freely and destroy what you labored for. Federal government will not do anything. It's a pity the narrative. That is why we are where we are today. God bless you people.
That's a very tough one there. Looking at the fact that he said it's a tough situation. Is Wike still part of a member of the PDP? And looking at what happened, but let's move away. Let's move away from that story. Let's go to another one very quickly.
The big one.
The big one. Binga.
U.S. Congress begins
begins
full-scale probe into Nigeria's killings, and this is it's
Yes.
been going on for some time.
It says
Following-
Nigerian church leaders to testify at
the
Congress on Thursday. Tinubu peace emissary meets Plateau Christians and Fulani leaders. We had a member of that peace envoy. She joined us not long ago, and she spoke about how it is not in any way associated with the
It's been in the works
proposed Trump invasion. It's
before.
been there for years. Because it's just that people are asking, why is it so intensified now? But I don't know. Let's get your take, Mr. Habib Aruna, on the U.S. Congress beginning a full-scale probe into Nigeria's killing, and then having some religious leaders who will be testifying.
And also the angle of Nigeria's sovereignty. I know the U.S. would always say, oh, there's a responsibility to protect in the international community. They can't unlook things happening. We see what is happening in Al Fasher in Sudan, another hotspot in the world. Is this a distraction? How do we protect our sovereignty as an independent country? Because
I think
Nigeria is not going to go and probe or invite members of Nigeria's of the U.S. Congress to come and testify for, gun mass killings and guns, the sorts of killings we see in America, homicides and all of that. So who makes the United States the police of the world to tell us what to do?
Brother, we don't overstretch the meaning of sovereignty in this modern world. The world has become a unipolar world. I don't expect Nigerian foreign minister, Nigerian president, to have that, to use that kind of language that you are using. You cannot be beating your neighbor. You are beating your neighbor. Your neighbor is beating his children, maltreating them. You have to intervene. In a modern world that we are seeing now, that is being spearheaded, carried by the US. Whether I like it or not, America is now leading.
But it's no longer, it's a multipolar world.
Hold on. Let's get his.
America is a new Rome. Get my word right. Let that word. It's a new Rome. When Trump speaks, the word catches cold. That is the way it is now. You see, you cannot imagine South Africa.
America is a world power.
You cannot imagine South Africa come to Nigeria, put their house in order. They don't have that power, or that influence, or that reach. But America can tell you that we are here to make sure to safeguard the interests of Christians in Nigeria. And there are many other currents. We have said it on this program. It's not only the alleged Christian genocide, which I think should be of concern to most people. What we are seeing in Plateau, what we are seeing in Benue, and the Muslims bury their dead quickly, but the Christians mourn their dead. And when they see these coffins in video, people will raise their brow, my brother. And are we doing enough to secure and protect the minorities in those communities? I don't think so. Are we doing enough sincerely to fight terrorism? I don't think so. These are the concerns of most people. People that are supposed to, people that have been named as responsible of terrorism. Have they been arrested and prosecuted? They've not been arrested and prosecuted. So these are the lacuna that the Americans, in my view, are exploiting. And if the Congress is meeting, bros, if the U.S. Congress, if the U.S. Treasury Department, put your name on the red line, like we're in trouble. Because they control it. Everybody can know about it.
So what should the federal government do?
What you can do is to...
The president he hasn't even addressed Nigeria.
What they should be doing. Trying to be behind the country. Use diplomacy to solve the problem. That's what they should be doing. Because these guys, don't forget, the president did draw the strategy for Hamas to invade Israel in October 2 years ago. Aniya went to Iran. Aniya was in Iran in their military guest house. He was killed in Iran military guest house by drone. And the drone did not affect the neighbors. People who have the capacity to do and undo. And I'm sure the federal government recognizes that. So the best bet is to negotiate. People that are going to testify, the Christian leaders, talk to them, appeal to them. And the federal government is in the right direction by sending peace people to Plateau. The president was in Benue to address this insecurity. So I think we are doing the right thing. But is it good enough to appease the Americans? Let me see.
Okay.
Okay, let's move now to another paper.
Yeah.
Let's head and see what the front page of the Punch has to say. Alleged, actually we've done the Punch. Let's move to the Daily Independent. On the front page of the Daily Independent, experts warn of fiscal instability as Nigeria's borrowing grows. Time running out for Nigeria to tackle oil, gas, methane emissions. Insecurity. Tinubu sends emissary to Plateau to broker peace. Serap gives CBN 7 days to account for alleged 3 trillion naira missing funds. Gumi falls court. Or else
what will happen?
They'll go to court.
Okay.
Gumi falls call for his arrest, defends engagement with bandits. Federal government urged to apologize and reverse the mother tongue policy. And I want us to speak about that. We also have here, disguised contract staffing creates a safety blind spot at airports. We're not armed, violent group says Mieti Allah. Arbitrator in $718 million. First Bank versus GHL case revealed as bank shareholder. And finally, it will take 4 years for Wike to return to PDP, Bode George says.
All right, let's take a call.
For those that the story that
Benga
was trying to make a jest of, the Serap story. No, Serap is a whistleblower. Serap as a body, as an NGO, is very critical.
Very, very.
Very critical in a country that is becoming increasingly corrupt.
And we must applaud them
That's
for always
where we
holding them
lost
to
And
account.
consistent.
That's why we lost to Congo DR. Part of it. Three main reasons. First one, corruption. Second one, corruption. Third one,
corruption.
People are corrupt.
Lack of accountability.
I'm telling you the truth. If you are not careful in this country, that thing will decimate all of us.
It has eaten deep already.
Yes. So if Serap is talking, Serap is only asking a question. Let the agency or the government is involved to come and tell us.
Respond.
Come and respond. So our job as media men is to protect
All right.
and promote what Serap is saying.
Let's quickly take a call. We have Joe, not Hansen. Joe on the call. Good morning, Joe, and thanks for calling. Please go ahead.
Hello, good morning. Yes, Joe is Badana calling from Ikeju in Imo State.
All right, Joe, please go ahead.
We should not shy away from the truth. One would have expected that the present government will do the needful. Now, you now ask yourself, some people have invaded Benue and Plateau, occupying that place. Who are those people occupying that place? Are they Christians? Who are the people stacked that are in the IGP camp? Quite all right. The issue is that there is food recycling in Nigeria. We should not shy away from the truth. Last time some bandits they said they were pardoned and they integrated into the Nigerian army. Look at that now. Look at that. And when they are arrested, when the bandits are arrested, in the next moment, you hear that they are released. That is to say that the government, I'm saying this, the government has hand. If the government has no hand, why are people still in ID camps? We should not say that this is Nigeria is a sovereign state, a sovereign country. In your house, you are the owner of the house, your children, your wife. But if you protect your children, there's an agency meant to come against you. Why are you not allowed to handle your children or family the way you want? So we should discard this issue of sovereignty. The thing of Christians in Nigeria is touching the hearts, the minds of Americans and Trump. No word about that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that thought. Okay, I want us to quickly take this story on the front page, still on front page of the Daily Independent, bottom left corner. You can see the federal government urged to apologize and reverse mother tongue policy. Now, you go and read up about the mother tongue policy. It was introduced about 3 years ago by the former Minister of Education, Anyanwu, where he said that children in their early years were encouraged, they were to be taught in their mother tongue because he believed that they grasped the information better when taught in their mother tongue. Now it's been reverted to English, and there are people who are saying that they should apologize and reverse it.
Back to mother tongue.
Maybe.
It would be nice to know your views on this. And I also want to ask you, what is photosynthesis in your mother tongue?
They don't teach photosynthesis in pre-primary school.
Okay. What is lacuna?
My view is that no country develops with foreign language. Look at the Indians. Indians were colonized by the British, but they refused to use English as their lingua franca.
China.
Look at China. Even Ghana now. Ghana a month ago did the same.
Ghana is doing what we are now doing.
So
we're going the other way. Ghana is going back this way.
Mother tongue is very, very important.
Yeah.
Even though it's late, but it's still better than...
But some will argue that English is an official language, is widely spoken, and when you're developing people for a competitive world, it's a global language, that it's a language of instruction. So it should be the language of instruction since it's widely spoken. So why are we not encouraging that mother tongue might not work? Because, I mean, Yoruba is only limited to
it can be second to English. Okay. It's late. If that thing was done after our independence, that would have been very, it would have helped us to grow in terms of technology and otherwise. But it's not too late.
I'm very pro mother tongue because I think that we're a country with over 250 indigenous languages. And we're losing a lot of our languages. Some of them have gone extinct because we've prioritized English language. It's important to learn English, but it's also important to be able to communicate in your native dialect. These are some of the things that, make us, these are the fabrics of our identity as a nation, the multiplicity of languages and the ability for us to thrive.
I mean, just 4 of us in this studio.
Are we saying that, apart from English, we have a mother tongue that they really acknowledge, like Wazobia? Now they're saying, I'm a dog, for example, I'm Auchi.
And they speak Yoruba.
Yoruba. So I'm saying I should have to adopt Auchi as mother tongue. Or there should be a general, one single language.
I don't think there can be a general language.
And the only fair language would be English, because people say, why should we adopt Yoruba or Hausa? And
so we can't have, for now, English will be the general one, but that everybody's language, Ibibio, Yoruba, Hausa, the different languages. I think that we should encourage more people to teach them. A number of us missed it, or some of our parents missed it in our generation, because they thought that if you speak your native tongue, that you
they call it
vernacular. It will affect your English language. And even in schools, they had a vernacular jar that if you spoke Yoruba or Igbo, you pay a fine. And I don't think that should be the case. I'm hoping that, because what's happening is that with the younger generation, we're losing it. Remember, we can't even speak their language.
For preservation of
the type of parents we have now.
Preservation of culture.
They even boast about it.
I can't speak my language.
My child can't speak English.
You cannot?
No, I'm saying that's the thing.
They use it.
When we were young, that don't speak Yoruba in our house, speak Yoruba outside. So till now, all of us, but unfortunately for me, I'm not able to replicate what my brother did
to your own children. It's always like that.
Even my wife has been trying. My children can hear the language, but they can speak.
Oh, that's beautiful. It's good.
But I can speak like Yoruba.
It's one beautiful thing I love about the Asians. No matter where they grow up, you would see them. Asians. Like you see them speak their languages. They're in America or they're in England, and then they will switch from English back to their language. I wish that is something that we can do here in Nigeria.
Absolutely.
Anyway, before we go, because we're running out of time, I want us to watch this video. I'd like a response to this as senior journalist. Let's watch this video very quickly.
Eric, coming towards the end of the game, I could see that you were a bit frustrated with maybe some of the DR Congo staff members. Could you give us an update on what happened there?
During all the penalty decision, a guy of Congo did some voodoo. Every time. So this is why I was a little nervous after him.
Yeah. What did you see?
Yeah, something like that. With the I don't know if it's a water or something like that. So I don't know.
You said they use juju
Do you? This question was asked when I was very active in sports journalism. Is there juju in football? And then he's talking. I don't know. What's your take?
No, my personal opinion. I don't think it exists.
Okay.
Yeah, my personal opinion.
Okay.
I don't believe in this kind of this darkness of a team. You know, I believe that if you work very hard, achieve result. Nigeria lost this team during the preliminaries. When we in 12 games we drew 7. You know, 1-3 and lost 2.
Yeah.
So you cannot expect us to qualify. Yes, I was also drinking my beer when I played in Manchester because I know I've been issue that we lost our chances on the beginning. In World Cup qualifying series, every game is final.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What is killing us? What is killing us?
Corruption.
In fairness to the new
What
coach,
is killing us is corruption. Please, let's take this thing serious. They did not pay those guys their bonuses until they
had to hold them hostage.
To trade. You know, everybody that have been managing our sport the past 5-10 years should be caught to order, investigated.
but the coach, I mean,
It's unfortunate that the only thing that keep us together, that make us happy, football, they are messing up with it.
Mr. Habib,
We're not going to the last
let's-
World Cup, now we're not going to do this one again.
But we're going to AFCON and we're going to win AFCON in Jesus'
Nothing
name.
like voodoo. Even in real life, apart from football, you must prepare.
Absolutely.
Light and darkness cannot
The 5
prepare.
Ps.
So how about that? As a senior journalist, when Nigeria played India 101, they said you guys used
Never
it.
Where's where's India? Where's China? You know, we have to train, my brother.
Yeah.
Then in life, you must prepare or you fail.
Why didn't
That is
they?
it.
Why didn't they use voodoo
So I
to
think
win the
this
World Cup?
it should
If it
be a warning
exists.
to all of us. Those in charge of this country to try and intervene to save our football. These guys are building houses everywhere, and they are not managing it well. They are just using it to
Lavish.
absolutely. So
lifestyle.
they should investigate before we.
I also have a theory
I'm gonna just call.
on why we don't do well in football. Because some of the stadium, they use it for crusade. And when you are casting demons, some of those demons will enter inside the grass. And they're holding the leg of Okocha when he's doing leg over.
I'm very sarcastic.
On this
Venga, please. Let's go.